Okay, everybody, welcome to the Rodan Fields business presentation. I want to introduce myself. I'm Stacey Roney, and I'm an RFX Circle Achiever with Rodan Fields, and I've been with this company now for almost 6 years, and it's been an amazing journey for me, and I want to just kick off tonight's presentation by sharing my story, but I want to let you know that the three speakers and myself tonight are going to share our personal stories, and although we are all moms, and we're really going to be focused on how this business has been great for us as moms, I want to let you know that this business is really great for anybody, whether you are male or female, 18 or 81, whether you have a huge network or no network, whether you're savvy on social media or not, don't have to come from a sales background, and quite honestly, you don't have to ever even wash your face before to be successful in this business. And so we're going to focus tonight on taking you through the presentation and all of what Rodan Fields has to offer that would allow you to be successful in the business like it has allowed all of us. So a little bit about my story and how I joined this business. I come from the beauty industry. I'm actually one of the only handful of people with this company that does have a beauty industry background, but I was a cosmetic buyer for Nordstrom, and I was actually one of the buyers that helped launch this company when it was initially introduced into high-end department stores. I left my career with Nordstrom to venture out on my own. I became an entrepreneur and have successfully launched and run 4 businesses. And while I loved being my own boss, it can be overwhelming, having to be the jack of all trades. And when I started my family, I quickly realized that I was going to really have to figure out a better way, a way that would allow me to still bring in a substantial income for my family and still allow me to be my own boss, but give me some time freedom to actually spend with my kids. My husband has been a very successful real estate developer, and when the real estate market crashed, it really took a toll on our finances. And so timing could not have been better when this business fell into my lap. I was introduced by a friend, a woman that I had respected and worked with for 20 years in the industry. And when she shared the opportunity with me, I instantly knew it was something that I needed to look into. I had 0 time to commit to another business. And I know that really the majority of you that are watching tonight probably feel the same way. You don't know how you can manage to pack in one more thing into your day. I was working 65 hours a week, and I was emotionally and physically exhausted. I had 3 babies under the age of 3, and I knew that this would be my way off of the hamster wheel. When I looked at the business and I heard what you're going to hear tonight, I immediately knew that if I worked really hard for 3 to 5 years and just, kind of squeeze this in throughout my day, 20 minutes here and 20 minutes there, that eventually I would be able to replace my previous income and focus on this business, giving me that time freedom that I really wanted. And so that's what I did. And within 2 years, I was able to replace my previous income, and it has only grown since, and it has really given my family the financial freedom that we had never even imagined. And so I'm excited tonight to take you through a little bit more about what the business is all about. So I am going to take you to the presentation here. So what Rodan Fields is doing is they are redefining business ownership. So if you've ever been in a situation where you want to be your own boss, maybe you've looked into franchises or you've looked into starting your own business, it can be financially overwhelming. And what Rodan Fields has done is they've provided an opportunity for you to run your own business while they do all of the heavy lifting. And so instead of there being a huge financial investment, it's really more of a time investment and leveraging your existing network. So we're going to take you through how we do that. And first, Rodan Fields are globally recognized leaders in skincare. You may have already heard of them. They're the creators of Proactive. They are Stanford-trained dermatologists. They still run a thriving practice in San Francisco, and they've been referred to as a dermatological dream team. They are currently the #1 fastest growing premium skincare brand in the United States. And this has been for the last 5 years. We are also the #1 premium acne brand in the US. They're also the #1 premium brand as far as Proactive goes with the mass market. And so we're super excited now to be able to add our Unblemished regimen to that category. We are also the #1 anti-aging skincare brand in that premium category as well. And all of these statistics I'm giving you are from Euromonitor. And lastly, and most excitingly for all of us, we have just announced that we have now moved to the #2 position for the largest premium skincare brand in the US, only second to Clinique. And when you think about it, Clinique has been around since 1968. And so we are really excited because we are just getting started. And we have jumped from the #4 spot to the #2 spot in just one short year. So Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields are allowing people like us to piggyback on their success and on their amazing products and giving us the support and the tools to help us build our businesses on our own terms from the convenience of our own homes. So they are empowering entrepreneurs. And how this all came about, they launched this company in 2002 into high-end department stores. Stores like Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Fred Segal, and Henry Bendel. And the brand actually did phenomenal. It was the #1 clinical skincare brand in several of those department stores. And Estee Lauder noticed. And if you know anything about Lauder, they're always looking for the next big brand to invest in. And so they immediately jumped and bought the company. They continued to distribute Rodan Fields in those department stores until 2007, at which point Katie Rodan and Kathy Fields entered back into the picture. They started to see a trend that even though the brand was doing really well, it was only doing well because of word of mouth. It was a very much grassroots movement where customers were using the products and actually seeing a dramatic change in their skin. Imagine that, right? Products that actually deliver results and do what they say they're going to do. And I think that many of us, myself included, have had a graveyard of products over the years that really didn't deliver any results. And so people were excited and they were sharing with their friends and their family all of these amazing products. And so people were actively coming into the department stores looking for Rodan Fields. It had nothing to do with anything the retailer was doing or the counter staff, behind the counter. And they were also finding that there was less and less foot traffic because guess what? E-commerce started to emerge, right? And I know myself personally, I shop online nowadays. I am not going to get a sitter to watch my kids so I can go shopping to buy my skincare. It's just so much more convenient. So they decided to buy their company back from Estee Lauder. And it wasn't easy. Lauder didn't want to sell the company, but they eventually got the company back. They pulled out of retail. When they exited retail in 2007, the company's annual sales were $10 million. When they started into the direct sales channel, or the social commerce channel as we like to refer to it, we started at 0. And just over the course of 2008 to last year, 2015, we went from 0 to over $650 million and are projected to become a $1 billion brand by early next year. So we're really, really excited at the growth of the company. And so they are basically allowing people like us, like I said, to become independent business owners. Instead of paying the retailer, they cut out the middleman and now are offering up opportunity for you to earn unlimited income by simply sharing the products that you're using and the business model. And traditional business models have really changed. You are now able to partner on a multi-billion dollar anti-aging market. This is really one of the fastest growing, most recession-proof industries because everyone has skin, everyone's aging, and really, who doesn't want to look younger, right? There's been a huge shift in power from corporate America to individuals. We are able to build our business in the comfort of our home through social media. Never before were people able to build a business through Facebook or through Instagram or LinkedIn for free. We don't do any advertising. Everything we do is virtual and is face-to-face free. There's been a huge rise in social commerce, as I mentioned. Everybody nowadays shops online, and we're so much more inclined to base a purchasing decision on the recommendation of a friend or an acquaintance than an ad in a magazine or a celebrity endorser. And lastly, there have been huge breakthroughs in skincare. Rodan Fields is able to deliver clinically effective, proven product results that are really unbelievable without a prescription from a dermatologist. So we're going to talk a little bit about our company. We're going to talk about the skincare and the brand behind it. You are able to jump into a brand that is already credible, already established. You don't have to start from the ground floor. We are also going to talk about our amazing products, because honestly, if these products weren't incredible, we wouldn't even be in business right now. And the business model, how direct sales works. I tell you, honestly, I didn't know anything about direct selling. I only thought I would never do it because my perception of the industry was that I would have to be really good in sales, which I wasn't, and that I would have to do house parties every night, which I don't want to do, and that I would have to house inventory and deliver products around the neighborhood, or how my friends and family. None of those things were of interest to me. So we're going to really get down to the nitty-gritty and share with you the true facts about the business model. And lastly, we're going to talk about the support that the company has in place and the tools and the training that will allow you to enter into the business and become successful by just simply being coachable and allowing us to teach you. So let's talk a little bit about the buzz that the company gets. Rodan Fields gets an incredible amount of editorial. And this is free third-party validation about our products. We had over 223 million media impressions, 233 million media impressions in 2015 alone. And it's not just print, it's television and the web as well. And in our print, it is all of the best as far as beauty publications like Allure and Vogue and InStyle, but also its business publications like Forbes. As far as television, we've had our brand featured several times on the Today Show. Most recently, the Today Show featured us as a social commerce leader and focused on why at-home direct selling businesses are skyrocketing. Our doctors were also most recently featured as 2 of the top 10 most successful female entrepreneurs of the decade, alongside names like Oprah and Beyonce and Tory Burch. And the thing that's so amazing is our doctors are the only ones on that list that are offering up an opportunity for people like us to partner with them and share in the profits. And people really are talking. Rodan Fields has moved its way up to number 33 on the Direct Selling Association's list of top 100 global direct selling companies. And the crazy part is we're not even global. We are currently only in the United States and Canada, and soon to be Australia. And lastly, the American Business Awards nominated and gave Rodan Fields the Gold Stevie Award, which, if you're not familiar, it's given to the #1 consumer product company in America. And Apple was the recipient of that same award just 2 years prior. And the Direct Sales Association has honored Rodan Fields with several Ethos Awards on our products and our marketing. So next, I want to introduce you to my business partner, Hannah Fisher, and she is going to take it from here. Hannah, take it away.
Thank you so much, Stacey. Wow, it's so cool to be on this webinar tonight, so thank you. So first and foremost, I want to share with all of you a little bit about me and how I started this journey with Rodan Fields, and then take you into our products. My background is actually art education, and I was pursuing a career in art therapy. But I have really been a stay-at-home mom now for the past 9 years. So about 4.5 years ago, we moved our family from Boston to Florida. At the time, my husband was traveling for work Monday through Friday, and I did not know anybody here in Florida other than my grandparents. So I was starting to feel at the time more than ever that by giving up working, I had given up far more than just a paycheck. I had given up a piece of me, my identity, my craving for success and recognition that making the best chicken fingers in town wasn't really praising me for. So I really wasn't looking for a way to bring in an extra income. I wasn't looking for a business opportunity. I wasn't looking for Rodan Fields, but I was wanting more for me, more for myself. And it bothered me so much that everything I looked into, I was just going to be taking a paycheck and handing it to a babysitter and spending time away from my family. So my sister introduced me to the opportunity, and with a little bit of time, it was like a light bulb had gone off. It was kind of staring right in front of me. This was my chance to have that something for me without compromising time away from my boys. So I did jump in. Within 6 months, I was promoted 6 times. I earned an all-expense-paid trip to Napa and San Francisco. And for the first time, I was really feeling like I had this balance between work and family, and I was on top of the world. I am a firm believer that things come into our lives for a reason. We don't always know why when we start something. And unfortunately, I found my reason for starting my business through a tragedy. So just from coming back from that trip, I had my 3rd baby boy, and I did deliver him stillborn at birth. So as I'm sure you can all imagine, at the time, I was really standing still. But it was then that it hit me what I had in my hands. I was home, I was recovering, and I was not only earning an income, but I was earning an income that was growing each day and each month. And it hit me, all of the people that, in our lives that go through struggles, whether it's sickness or loss or just needing to be home because their child has the flu. And what it can do to our careers. It can be debilitating. If you're taking time off, that's frowned upon. And if you take off too much time, you're not getting paid. And so I wanted to help all those people. And I shared this opportunity with them. And at the 2-year mark, I earned the company car, which is a free Lexus, the same month that we welcomed our 4th baby boy. And at the 3-year mark, I was promoted 9 times, achieving the highest level of recognition and compensation with the company. So to say that this has changed our lives would really be a complete understatement. First and foremost, I have that something for myself that I desperately needed, and I'm now able to contribute in a way financially that just would have never been possible. And frankly, none of this would really be possible without our products that Rodan Fields has in place for us. So the doctors have created incredible products that are really changing our skin. So no matter what your age, your gender, your ethnicity, people are concerned with the #1 piece of real estate that they're ever gonna own, and it's their face, right? And keeping it looking as young as possible. And what our doctors do know is that how we age is truly up to you. So they want to take your bathroom and virtually change it into a virtual skincare clinic, providing you everything you need to get those results without having to go to a doctor's office or a spa. So our products are what is called a multi-med therapy. And what that means is we use the right medication in the right formulation and in the right order to receive those 60-day clinical proven results. And we have 4 main regimens to help with anti-aging, sun damage, acne, and sensitivity. And so really, pictures and results speak 1,000 words. So right here you can see just 8-week results of using our redefined regimen. 100% of our participants saw a change in their texture of their skin. So the results truly speak for themselves. So we have the Soothe regimen. Soothe is for anyone who suffers from sensitive skin, redness. It's a great regimen to be able to use on your children, as well as any severe eczema issue for adults as well. And then we have our Unblemished regimen. So Unblemished is wonderful for acne as well as post-acne scarring. It's great to use as a spot treatment as well as the most severe acne condition. And then we have the Reverse. So Reverse is for anyone who struggles with brown spots, dullness, discoloration, melasma from pregnancy. So this is a wonderful regimen for any of those conditions. And then we have the Redefine. So Redefine is for anyone who does not suffer from one of the conditions that I just mentioned, to firm the skin, tighten the skin, minimize those signs of aging, lines, and wrinkles. So we also have some incredible tools along with our regimens. We have our Redefine AmpMD roller. This little tool you roll over your skin up to once a day, and this tool firms and tightens the skin. And then we also have the acute care, which is the one that says fill a wrinkle. These liquid cone technology little strips are kind of like a clear Band-Aid that you put onto your expression lines right here, those pesky lines that we hate, and it fills your wrinkles while you sleep. And we are so confident that our products work. Every regimen and every tool from Rodan Fields is clinically tested for its efficacy, and we are so confident that we offer a 60-day money-back guarantee so that you can use your products empty bottle. If you're not satisfied for whatever reason, you return them for your money back. So at this time, I am thrilled to introduce to you my business partner, as well as my sister, to explain our business model, Rachael Braunschweiger.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here with everyone. So just to tell you a little bit about me and my story, I'm going to tell you that, and then I'm going to go into a little bit more about our business model. But to give you a little more info about me, I have a corporate background. I got laid off from my corporate job. I was working in New York City in 2009. And my husband and I were trying to get pregnant. I desperately did not want to go back to the corporate world and decided that I would go back to graduate school to get my master's degree in counseling psychology so that I could eventually become a therapist and be able to see my clients on my own time and when my future family, when my future kids were in school. I'm sure you think that sounds like a great plan, and we thought it was a great plan then too. So I went back to school. I was working during the day as a counselor, and I was taking classes at night, and I was writing 30-page research papers on the weekends. So I was very, very busy. But what I was finding was that I had gone back to school to get more time freedom, and in fact, I was getting the exact opposite. I was spending less and less time with my family, and I knew that there had to be another way. I was at a birthday party about 4 years ago, and I was introduced to Rodan Fields by an acquaintance. She told me that she had just partnered with the Proactive Doctors and was helping them launch 4 new skincare lines. I thought, I'm in. I need to be a part of this next huge company. I immediately jumped into the business without even trying the products, knowing that one of these regimens would work for me. By my first year in business, I had received 5 promotions on the company, which came with an all-expenses-paid trip to Napa and San Francisco, where I got to meet our doctors for the first time. By my second year in business, I had graduated from grad school, had my second daughter, and also achieved our company's free Lexus program. By my third year in business, I had earned my 8th promotion on the company, which came with an all-expenses-paid trip to Maui, and which we just got back from, and had been able to more than triple my old corporate salary. So that was really exciting. And then as soon as things were going really well and we felt like we were, finally out of the woods with our finances and doing really great, we received some very tragic news, and my husband was diagnosed with a very serious illness. So it was at that time where we realized how grateful we were that we had taken that chance and started our own business, which was really our plan B, which has now become our plan A. I'm now able to be the caregiver that I need to be to him, and he's doing really well, just so that everybody knows. And I'm also a full-time mom, and I'm able to run my Rodan Fields business alongside our very hectic, crazy life in part-time hours. So that is my story, and now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about how our business model is different than traditional business models. Okay, so with your Rodan Fields business, this is truly a business redefined. When you think of a traditional business model, I'm sure you think about renting space, stocking inventory, hiring employees, building out a website, shipping product. Well, the amazing thing with Rodan Fields is you don't have to do any of that. Instead of doing things like that, what you're going to be doing is leveraging the connections with your network that are already there. So in leveraging those connections, you're going to be able to be your own boss, earn more of an income, work on your own time and your own schedule, connect with others, and learn and achieve personal growth. So let's talk a little bit about your network. I'm sure many of you on the line right now are on Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram and LinkedIn. Well, all of those social media accounts, those are your networks. Those are your connections. These are the people that you're going to be sharing this business with day in and day out. And the amazing thing about this and the beauty of the business is you don't have to share it with a ton of people. You can share it with a couple people, and because of the access that social media gives us, you're going to be teaching those couple people that you talk to the business and the products about, you're going to be teaching them to do exactly the same thing. Honestly, this is really a helping business and a helping profession, and what we're doing is helping people get great skin or help them get started with an awesome business. So how are you going to build your business? It's really, really simple. Remember the connections that we just talked about? Those are your network on your social media accounts and the people in your cell phone and the people in your email addresses. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be sharing the products with them and helping your customers get the best skin of their life. What you can also do is you can provide them with this incredible business opportunity and give them a vehicle and a gift to be able to change their life. You can help them change their life, get great skin, and get a paycheck at the same time. Sounds pretty amazing. So thank you for listening to me tonight. I'm really excited. I'm going to introduce one of my business partners, Kerry Heiple. Thank you.
Hi, thanks, Rachel. Hi, everyone. I am so excited to share with you tonight just a little bit about my Rodan Fields journey. And I get to share also the details with you about how Rodan Fields provides such incredible support to us as independent consultants. But first, a little bit about me. My background is in finance, and I have a pretty big day job. I run the Chicago office of a finance and accounting consulting firm. And although I'm very good at what I do, and I've been fortunate to have a lot of success along the way, it definitely brings with it tons of stress, tons of responsibility, and many, many long hours. So about 4.5 years ago, when I started a family, I found myself at a crossroads because I was working about 60 hours a week, and I was a brand new mom, and I had a newborn baby at home. And I knew that if I continued doing what I was doing, I was not going to be the kind of mom that I wanted to be. I did not want to miss all those special mommy moments. And I knew I would if I continued to be basically a workaholic, which is what I was up until that point. So, but at the same time, I also felt very trapped because my family is very dependent upon my income. So fast forward 6 months, and I was introduced to Rodan Fields. And it honestly was that one thing that I was looking for and didn't even know it. My dermatologist actually introduced me to the business, and I happened to be in her office about a week after she had decided to partner with Rodan Fields. And I've been a patient of hers for a really long time, and we got to chatting, and she actually was thinking that I would give her some referrals because over the years I have referred a lot of patients to her because she's so amazing. So she thought, okay, well, Kerry will probably know someone interested in the business opportunity. And of course, I was happy to help her. So we talked for less than 10 minutes, and that was enough time for me to realize what an incredible opportunity this is. And I needed to explore it for myself and for my family. And so needless to say, I did not give her any of my contacts that day, but instead, I could not stop thinking about this opportunity after I left her office. And so I took a few days to look in to this opportunity even further. I had to do my research because I'm a finance person. That's what I do. And I met with some of her business partners that had brought her into the business, and I jumped in. And that was 4 years ago. I've never looked back. And it truly has changed our lives. And the reason that it has is because it's provided more freedom of choice. I have definitely, climbed the way up the Rodan Fields ladder, so to speak. And I'm just one step away from the tippy top level of Rodan Fields. But probably one of the biggest accomplishments that I feel like I've achieved with Rodan Fields is that this business provided us recently with the choice. we were able to retire my husband from his career in bond trading to be a stay-at-home dad. And we are actually expecting our second child here in just 2 months, actually less than 2 months. I can't even believe it. And all of that is due to this Rodan Fields business, which truly, truly can give you, not just myself and the women that you've heard from tonight, but can give you and anyone else the possibility of more. And that's what I love about this business. And I love helping other people achieve those goals and their dreams as well. So now I want to switch gears and kind of tell you a little bit about the support that Rodan Fields provides all of us as independent consultants with this incredible company. You know, one of the things that really appealed to me when I was taking a look at this opportunity was the fact that when the doctors decided to pull out of high-end retail and go into this distribution channel, they knew that they wanted to partner with busy people, because we as busy people tend to make things happen and get things done. But they knew that in order to attract your average busy person, they were really going to have to reinvent this distribution channel, and they really did that. And Rachael talked a little bit about it, but one of the things that they did that really I think has led to my success, given the fact that I have been able to build a really successful side gig along with a very demanding full-time job for the past 4 years, and that's all because of the fact that Rodan Fields takes on a lot of the heavy lifting, a lot of those time-consuming activities that normally an entrepreneur has to do for themselves, right? And really what I'm referring to is really the order fulfillment process, the operations. So basically how it works is when we start our Rodan Fields business, the company provides us with 2 websites. One is a .com website, and that is where our network of people that are interested in trying the products can go to that website and do online shopping, right? They can order products from Rodan Fields. And the best part is that Rodan Fields actually ships the product from a distribution center directly to the customer's doorstep. Customer pays with a credit card. So what that means for me and all the other independent consultants that are in this business is that we don't have to spend the time and money in purchasing inventory, tracking and warehousing inventory, and shipping it out to people and having house parties every night. And that is such a game changer, you guys, in this distribution channel, because that means that I get to spend my time doing the things that I love to do, which is really just sharing the products and the business opportunity with people. And that is how you truly can build this business into your life. Another thing that the company provides, which is award-winning, is training and learning and development. And I think that's so important if you're considering this business, because most of us don't know anything about skincare and know nothing about this distribution channel when we get started. And so the company knows that, and so they put training in place that we are provided by our corporate training group, and then also the leaders that are out in the field provide that training as well. The other thing that the company provides is something called a solution tool. And what I love about this is that you do not need to be a skincare expert to be successful in this business. The doctors actually created this online skincare consultation. It's a tool that's on our .com website that the company provides us. And it basically asks a few questions of a prospective customer about their skin. They answer the questions, and then the doctors recommend the right regimen for them. Takes all the guesswork out of skincare. And again, you don't have to be an expert to be successful in this business. And if that were not enough, the company also provides us with product specialists through a website called RF Connection. On this website, which is available to not just us as business owners, but also to our preferred customers as well. They can tap into this website, and also specifically the product experts that we have on staff that can answer any complex skincare concern, any ingredient question, and get those questions answered. So once again, you know, Rodan Fields gives us all that support. So you might be wondering, you know, how do I get started? And honestly, it's really, really simple. It happens all online, of course, because digital is how we do our business. the company has created actually a getting started website where once you get started, once you start your business, and the enrollment process takes about 10 minutes, but they've actually created a website that walks you through how to launch your business and gives you that training that you need right off the bat to get off to a strong start. So one of the things that you do need to decide before you actually do start your business is which business building kit would you like to select? And there are 4 options. I'm going to just speak about 2 of those options, which are the most popular. And think of this business building kit as your tester unit. We really believe in Rodan Fields that you need to be a product of the product. You need to try all the products if possible so that you have your own personal product testimonial. It's so much easier to be successful when you can talk about the products hands-on. So here are 2 options for getting started. One is the RFX Express Business Kit, and the other one is this Big Business Launch Kit. And I honestly don't care which one you decide to choose, but keep in mind that this is the only time in this business that you get such a deep discount. You actually get almost 50% off the products that are contained within these business building kits. So for example, the $9.95 kit is actually valued at over $1,800. The $6.95 kit is valued at over $1,300. So the person that invited you tonight to this call can give you a breakdown of what is in each and every kit, and you can do your own comparison. But this is really what you need to do to get started. The company also is just so confident because we do have a tried and true system in place to help new consultants earn a return on their investment within 30 to 60 days. But the company goes beyond that, of course, because Rodan Fields truly is amazing. So what they've done is they put some incentive programs in place to double down, so to speak, on that return on your investment. So what they've done is you have the opportunity as a new consultant to get reimbursed for the amount of the kit that you decide to join in on. So for example, let's say you come in on the $9.95 kit and you get to what's called level 2 by the end of your 2nd full month in business, and you maintain it your 3rd month. The company, Rodan Fields, they'll actually write you a check for $9.95. What's so awesome about that is you've already earned back that $9.95 in commissions and bonuses. But they want to reward you for getting off to a strong start, and they give you an extra $9.95, which is pretty awesome. And if that wasn't enough, they have another additional incentive where you can actually earn that $9.95 back a 2nd time. If you get to the next level, which is called level 3, you get that, if you achieve that by your 6th full month of business and maintain that, they will write you another check for $9.95 if that's the kit that you selected when you came on board. So once again, the company is really has such amazing incentives, really just to thank you and recognize you for doing what you're trained to do, which is pretty cool. And one of the things that I hear almost every single day in this business from the people that I work with is how much they love the Rodan Fields community. This is a culture where we help each other. We support each other. We encourage each other. And, we're really mentoring and coaching each other on how to be successful. We say in this business that teamwork makes the dream work. And it could not be more true than in Rodan Fields. You get to choose who you work with, and everyone is supporting each other, even when they do not necessarily receive a financial benefit for doing so. It's pretty amazing, especially coming from corporate America. But one thing that I want to leave you guys with tonight before I close out is one thought. I actually was in your shoes about 4 years ago when I was considering whether or not this opportunity was the right opportunity for me at that moment. And one specific fact stood out in my mind when I was going through the process of exploring this opportunity, and that is this. that in 3 to 5 years, you can condense a 30-year career with Rodan Fields. And that fact, because I'm a numbers girl, that really stood out to me. And so what I did when I was in your shoes is I took a look at my future, so to speak. I looked at my crystal ball and I looked forward in time 3 to 5 years. And I thought to myself, what would I look like? What would my life look like in 3 to 5 years if I passed up this opportunity with Rodan Fields? And so I encourage you to do this exact same thing. Think ahead into the future and think about how would you feel and what would your life look like in 3 to 5 years if you do not partner with Rodan Fields, and if nothing changes and you continue to do exactly the same thing that you're doing now. And I'll share with you my feelings and the results of my exercise when I did this 4 years ago. I had a lot of emotions running through me when I did that exercise, and I will tell you, none of those feelings were positive. I was very angry and I was very sad, and I was very disappointed that I missed out on the opportunity and the possibility to not only earn multiple 6 figures in a 3 to 5 year time frame, but to earn passive residual income in 6 figures, multiple 6 figures during that time frame. But probably more than anything, I realized that I gave up special moments with my family that I never, ever, ever would have gotten back. And so I encourage you tonight to reach back out to the person that invited you to this call and ask questions, explore this opportunity, and really, really determine how you can partner with the #1 fastest growing premium skincare company in the United States, and how you can decide today how tomorrow looks. Thank you guys so much for joining in tonight. I'm going to invite back the rest of the speakers, and we're going to say goodbye. Thanks so much, guys, for listening in. Have a great night.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.